Alright guys, we're going to be covering a couple things that you guys have requested that I cover. So in this video specifically, we're going to be covering some of the actions you guys have up in this bar here. So let's jump right into it. The actions that appear here are going to be context sensitive but specific to when you select something. So you can see here as I'm jumping around and selecting different things, the options here don't really change. They might change if I was to grab something. Let's see, what if I grab stairs? Yeah, no, they don't really change for anything. So they're just kind of, these are all fixed here at any point. So let's go over what some of these do. So let's just start off the side here. We could do a line. So with this one, oh, wrong program. We could click a line and it's going to um, line, shoot, okay. So a line, it wants point of reference, so we'll do this exterior point of reference and that point of reference, and it's going to move those so that they're flush. Um, so far, for that action, I've been telling you guys to use, let me do this so it's a little bit clearer here. So finish face, and it's gonna snap that up. We can delete that, sure. Um, this is just my demo house, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't know that was mm, misaligned. Okay. So, um, previously up until this point, I've had you guys actually go in here and if you have things that you need to line up, I've been telling you use these little dots on the pseudo witness lines. I don't know what you'd call these. And then just set this to 0. And this accomplishes the same thing. I suppose the align is a bit faster. Um, you can do a few more tricks with this though, but I guess I don't know. It would probably be faster. I just need to work it into my workflow. So next one over is going to be offset. So we would select an option like that. I'm going to click on it, we choose an offset, and then we can just offset this wall and whatever's selected on it as many times as we want. Um, Obviously, we can go in here and change the offset distance, so we can do 3 feet. Um, and we used offset something like this earlier, but I mean this is just oh right, doing the roofs. Roofs have an offset option, so when you go to draw a roof, sure. You do have, or rather, I guess it's overhang in this. So it is a little bit different, but it's specifically used to offset this. Copy is one of those things that like kind of comes in handy in a couple unique ways. God, I keep hitting the wrong controls. I've been using something else all day. All right, so if I wanted to copy this, I could choose a reference point here, and then copy it to here. So it's just another way where, again, if you wanted to get a couple things out here, I could choose this corner right here, and oh no, it's gonna snap funny. Okay, let me snap it. Oh, it's gonna be weird no matter what I do. Okay. So anyway, you could just copy it like that. But again, I typically find that like just doing more of a traditional Control C, Control V is a little bit faster. So selecting this Control C, Control V, I can often place something quicker with that method. So um, yeah, copy is just more like the traditional AutoCAD one where we can reference when we start, which again has its uses, but I don't find myself typically using it. Um, let's see, let's move actually out of here, and I'm going to draw another wall right here. So we've got that right there. Let's make this an exterior wall so we can see. There we go. Let's exaggerate this one too so we can actually see what's going on here. Um, Moving on, finish face. Yeah. Okay. So let's grab one of these. So we have this first one here is going to be mirror pick axis. So you could do something like choose this as the axis, mirror that across. Pretty simple action. I'll do it again because it was kind of quick. Um, so you could choose this, and then it is only going to snap to kind of the centers of walls. So if I was to do anything else here, I'd probably have to do that. Um, so then let's delete that. This is one of those tools where I rarely find any good uses for it, um, because it doesn't work in a way that I feel is natural. Because it presents stuff like this, and it's like, well, what do I do with this space now, right? I'd still have to come in and break apart all these walls to get this to look right, and even then, I'm not sure what I'd be going for here. Um, sure, unjoin. I mean, maybe this is one of those chances where I can use the align to line those up. Um, but really, it's one of those tools that I don't personally find a bunch of uses for, so I typically don't use it. Get out of there. Because otherwise, I probably could have done that faster by just redrawing the walls themselves, right? The other one here is the draw axis. So the first one again works just by using a fixed axis. We'll delete this here and we'll go to this. So then if I choose an axis, um, let's see. Been a while since I used this one. How do I draw it? It's okay. Let's do this. Actually, let's get both. Um, so then it's, yeah, just click and start dragging, click, and there's the mirror. So again, it's one of those ones where it's like, well, because this just kind of placed it out here. And so I don't find a lot of uses for that because typically I'm going, okay, well, I know, I'm drawing these walls here, so I know what a specific dimension is, so I'm not going to just willy nilly place the walls because now I've got to go move them again, right? Um, so if I know I need this space, like, to be 8 feet, well, then I'll just make that 8 feet, right? Um, I don't know. It's one of those tools that I've never, again, I don't use it because it doesn't seem to come in handy for my workflow often. Um, the split elements we've used quite a bit, or at least you should have at this point. This is the one where I was having you guys modify stuff while we were working on the phasing. When we were doing some of the phasing, I had you guys cut back the phases slightly when you were doing things like this, so that you could demo these sections and then rebuild from there. Otherwise, you get kind of a weird glitch. So you guys should have all used that one, but some of you accidentally clicked on this one, which is the split with gap. You can right there, split with gap, and it gives you the option to set this gap size. So if I do the cut here, you can see that it actually threw in a 1 inch gap between these and physically separated them. So it works just like the other tool, it's just with the gap. So um, again, I think this one's more of a hassle than it's worth. But again, it's up to you if you want to use it or not. Feel free to. Let's see here. Um, so there's array would be the next one here, and this is just kind of copy with more steps. So if I wanted to copy this, we can just click there, bring it out. It's going to give us an option to set a number here, so I could set something crazy like 10. Just remember, anytime you do this, you see how those are grouped right there? You're going to have to ungroup them, otherwise they get weird about a bunch of stuff. So just remember that when you are messing with that tool. So scale is, again, one of the things that I don't really ever use. Um, because like what am I supposed to do with something that scales when I can just drag, right? We could scale this down like that, but that's 3 clicks when I could have just gone like that. So I don't really get the point of the scale tool. There's probably something I'm not thinking of where it would be perfect for it. But again, it's not part of my workflow, so I don't typically use it. Rotate, a couple of you have started using Rotate, and I think it's kind of a great tool for the right situation. Again, here I can just kind of rotate something. Um, and it has its uses, especially if you're trying to get like, oh, we want this wall angled. Um, so there you go. You have an angled wall now. It's really one of those things that's more useful if we're working with furniture and you want to take this piece of furniture and rotate it. You know, you can do it. It's quick and easy. Um, there is the move tool here, but I don't think I really need to explain oops, how that works because it's a move tool. But it exists as its own unique thing here. So moving on, we've got the trim and extend the corner, and this is one of those things where maybe you guys were working on your house, um, and let's say I had these two sections here. Well, if I grab them, and I can do trim and extend the corner, and then it's what, just click click, I think, right? Yeah. So that might be faster in a couple of situations where maybe you have some kind of wall that's isolated kind of far away. Um, Actually, I don't know if it works through. I've only ever done it like this needs to meet here. What I've never done, let's try and find out, is if it's up here. Shh, don't worry about it. What happens if I do this? Yeah, good to know. Okay. Yeah, so it works exactly as I would have assumed. But yeah, it basically draws them out and cuts them wherever they meet. Uh, Excuse me. Um, so this one is a little bit. These two I've never really messed with. I don't know why. What do we do here? So this probably, yeah, this probably just. Don't worry about it. Go away. So what do we want? Reference. Select trim. Can I choose the other side? Oh, I guess we choose. So select your reference. Select what we want to keep. Yeah, I feel like that's that with more steps or more tedious. Multiple elements, meh. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it'd probably take me longer to remember how to use the tool every time. Um, so yeah, this pin is the lock, and then this other one with the X is the unlock. Some of you I may have shown. Um, Let me go to 3D view for this. Slowly go to 3D view apparently. So some of you have shown the storefront windows here. And so I might as well include this up in the video here. So when you're messing with storefront list, this is an example of where you'll find something where it's locked by Revit by default. So right here, there's this window, and I've shown you guys you can hit tab and it'll cycle through elements. And right there you can see that I hit tab twice and it highlighted this window pane. If I click on it, you can see that it's locked right here, right? And if I hover it, it says prevent or allow change of element, excuse me. All right. So if we hover over it, we can see, it says prevent or allow change right now because it's hard to see, but when it looks like that, you can change it. So it's unpinned. When the pin is like facing down, I don't know how to describe it. When the pin is facing to the left, that's unlocked. So this is something we can now modify. And I told you, I think I've shown two people this semester. It's a thing that comes up from time to time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load family. We're going to go to, where are they at? Doors. Come on. And then see your door curtain wall ones right at the front here. So these are ones that'll actually work with this window. So if I choose double wall glass, and then oh, I did that the wrong way. Sorry. I have to be out here, and then I have to go to, where is it? Insert, load family, and then I have to load it through here through the insert menu. Okay. I always forget about that step. It's one of those ones that throws me off every time. Okay, so we're back in here, tab, select it, and now I can change this from the glazed system panel here to the double curtain glass, double curtain wall, door curtain, oh my god. Door curtain wall double glass, and you can see that here in the actual 3D view, you can see it's now one of those fancy looking like doors with the metal handles on it. Um, and it's going to remain like that. If I go to my plan view, it's also nice enough to actually include door settings, and here we can flip it back and forth from side to side, and we can lock it once we are done with it so that it doesn't, oh, why would that do that? That's interesting. I thought we could just lock. I guess I've never noticed that before. So anyway, that lets us change this. Something else I told some other people was, and I might as well point it out right now because you guys are working on your final, is some of these you can go in here and you can change this to solid. So you can get a solid panel that will fill in one of these sections here. Um, so those are some of the neat things you can do with these. Anyway, back to the topic though. So we were working on, actually I think that was everything here too, right? Yeah, all these are just other things that we already do. There's the hide and view, hide and view. So we've already kind of accessed those through other ways. Override graphics, again, that's here. I don't know why it has to be in a. Um, oh, this is slightly different. I remember this. This is where. Actually, we did discuss this with someone. So if I wanted to go hidden line, medium detail, coarse detail, there we go. So this one is a little bit different. We can go to here, override by category, um, and then if we do cut patterns, this is foreground, color by material, black, pattern, solid, apply. Because a couple of people are asking me, hey, how do I fill in walls? Kind of like a more traditional thing. So that's how is with this little paintbrush and the override by element. That where did we go to do that? I think it was under view. And oh, there was somewhere else we managed that. Um, I don't recall where that one was. So that actually might be a quicker way of accessing it. I just don't like the idea that I'd have to select something and then go to this, um, and then change this here. Um, I don't know. To each their own. Um, let's see. Do we have? We don't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I like that being there, but that is actually a pretty handy place to put it. Um, I don't know when I would use this. That's pretty cool, but I don't think I would use that for anything that I'd want to have to tell you guys, oh, you should be using this. Um, yeah. So some of these are just, for the most part, a lot of these tools are ones that I personally don't use in my workflow. Up to you how you want to do it. Some of these other ones, let's see. This assemblies are probably something I should teach you guys, but I feel like it's probably overwhelming. Um, create parts. I don't think it. This is more of a long-term editing thing, and it's something that if I had a chance to teach a advanced Revit course, we'd probably spend a week on. Um, this is just your new your group option that I think you've all messed around with before. This is basically like a copy, edit profile. You guys, sure. You guys should have all messed with this at some point. Um, this is just the tool to edit profiles of walls, which we've all done several times now. And then our last couple options here, attach top base and detach top base, which of course we would have done with the roofs here, assigning this wall to go up to that ceiling right there. So that was a detach. Oh, I didn't get those quite in there far enough. Come on, attach top base, that, yeah. So that should cover a lot of the tools that are up here. Some of these, those were specific to walls because I was messing with walls. This one for roofs, context right here is just for that. Um, so yeah, just for the most part though, these I mostly find myself just using the split element. Occasionally I'll use the offset. Oops. And then obviously rotate when I'm placing furniture. But yeah, mirror I don't find any good uses for. Copy and paste is much faster. Should probably start working a line into the process, but I think just because I'm teaching this, I'm more apt to want to instruct you guys on how to use these things rather than teach you to use a line initially. Um, and then just the trim extended corner here. Again, it's one of those things where it's like it's probably faster, but I'm so used to just dragging it that it doesn't matter to me. And then array has its uses. So yeah, some of these tools I would use, some of them I wouldn't. But you're welcome to experiment around with those and just kind of try them out, see if it works for your work style. All right. I have another video I'm going to follow with on this, so I will see you in the next one.